So today's topic is Women Protection Acts. I think we all know the common scenes. I'll tell you the incidents. For example, there was a situation when a girl was going to write her exams. Then a boy comes in to the college, goes to the classroom and kills the girl with the knife by hurting her, and she died on the spot because she was cut her neck very horribly. This was a real incident happened in Andhra Pradesh. And in recently we have seen in December 2012 a girl in Delhi was horribly tortured and sexual assault was done by 4 young men. So, and she was also spotted. Even the government has tried a lot. Hospitals were being shifted from here to Singapore and from Singapore to here, but finally we could not save her. So in this way, it may be either girls, women, it may be in the case of child marriages, it may be in the case of women getting the dowry problems, or female infanticide. Girls are treated as burden in some of the societies. There is a lot of discrimination between boys and girls in some of the states like Uttar Pradesh and all these regions, where people consider the girl is a horrible burden and there is no respect or value for women or for girl child at all. So in order to address these kind of issues, we need certain laws and rules and regulations. So do you think there are rules and regulations to arrest these kind of issues? Yes, we have many rules, regulations and laws to stop these kind of atrocities which are happening against women. But the women are not aware, or the girls are not aware of their laws or rights or the acts which will enable them to protect themselves against any kind of violent activities, any kind of harassments which are made by the family members, any kind of problems which they face at the workplace by their boss or the co-employees or anything. They can put strongly their words. So for the support of these, the Constitution has provided all legal formalities. But the only drawback what we have is the women and the girls do not have the awareness of what are their rights, what they can do, how can they proceed in the court of law to defend themselves. And many of them also feel like they would silently bear the atrocities, but they even don't know to whom to complain, to whom to approach for the solution of the problem, but they silently bear the issues. So in order to solve these kind of issues, in order to bring awareness in the programs, or in order to encourage women to have the bold nature and to lead an equal life without any discrimination between others and them, in order to stop facing any kind of atrocities, we have certain laws, rules and regulations. In 1989, the United Nations UN has formulated certain rights which will be enabled by all the signatory member nations, in which 191 nations have signed the document and made it very clear that there would not be any kind of intolerance in regarding to the acts. The equal treatment of the children is must by all the signatory members, and India also is one of the country which signed in this 191 signatory members. So now we shall discuss about the different acts, rights, provisions which will safeguard the women from any kind of atrocities, violence, teasing or torturing or bullying any other activities can be stopped. Law has been already made, and we also have certain NGOs working for the welfare of the women. We'll find out them. So, the UN has declared the child rights. Let us see one by one what are the child rights. First of all, there should not be any kind of discrimination between anyone below the age of 18 years. He may be a boy or a girl. Generally, we find lot of discrimination against the girl child because the girl children are not sent for education at all. The boys are sent for good quality of education, were placed in high schools, whereas girls will be sent to government schools. If not, may not be sent to schools. They will be trained only at the household activities. This discrimination should not be there. And government protection. The government should ensure this kind of any kind of discrimination should not be pertaining in the nation or in the state. It should make sure that there is equality and free education should be provided for both boys and girls together. And right to live. Everybody have the right to live. It may be a boy child or a girl child. They don't know anything before they come to this world. So these parents who are doing the female infanticide should be stopped strictly, and the measure should be taken so that they have a right to live in this world. This world belongs to everybody. And next, they have a right to live with their parents, maximum if possible with their parents, if not with their close relatives. And then we have the awareness. They should be getting awareness about the different kinds of programs which are happening in the media, so that they do not get any kind of atrocities towards them. If they face any kind of problems, whom to approach, where to go and find out the solution, whom should be trusted, who should not be trusted, for all these things. Next, violence and harmfulness. There should not be any violence or any harm to the students or to the children, especially less than 18 years of age, and government should ensure that one. And the special care should be provided for the disabled children. Whoever is born with any disability, government should provide special care for them. And good health is a basic responsibility of the government for all its citizens. Mother tongue, everybody will have freedom to use their mother tongue and to practice in their mother tongue, to read and write in their mother tongue, to follow their religious customs and traditions, and they are all born to play. As children, they have equal rights to play. So like this, there are certain rights which are recognized by the UNO, and every member nation, whoever has signed this one, have to follow these kind of rules and regulations, and government should ensure that these all are the basic rights of the children and nobody should deny them. Any parents or any of the teachers or anybody, all should support for the students or children to encourage to follow this kind of rights. And if any of the child is facing any difficulty in getting any of its rights, they can be guided properly to achieve this kind of rights, because every child is born free and no child is born as slave. Every child has a talent and that should be recognized properly. Then only he can create history. It's not that only girls are discriminated. Even boys has to be properly treated. If not, even they can be taken into the wrong steps, falling into the hands of the antisocial elements, maybe joining into the groups of the terrorist groups. So all these things may also be affected, and this will bring a great damage for the society.